Hey you guys, welcome back to Next Level with me, Dominique, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into the quote of this week. It reads as follows: sometimes life doesn't give you something you want, not because you don't deserve it, but because you deserve more. And so this quote is good because a lot of times we think when things are withheld from us or we don't get them, we're like, dang, I must have done something wrong, or maybe I wasn't qualified, or that person doesn't like me. There's always these plethora of excuses as to why we feel like we didn't get it. But have you ever thought about the fact that possibly, just possibly, you didn't get that one thing because there's something that's so much bigger for you? And so an example, this past year I actually had applied for another position at work, and I was on the fence about it. That position was going to bring about a lot of different changes, and so I went in there, I gave it my best. I did not get it, but I wasn't like, oh my God, I didn't get it. That opportunity opened up the doors for a lot more opportunities for me after that interview. I feel like the exposure was more than what I could have asked for, because they knew that I wanted it. They knew that I wanted to be, that I wanted to go to the next level in my job, in my career. They knew and they got a chance to see how I interviewed. And so from there, I feel like that opens more doors for me. For people who maybe are trying to buy a house, I don't know, buy a house or buy a car and you get turned down the first time. Maybe it's because there truly is something that is better waiting for you in the wind. And so instead of being down about it or devastated or depressed, just say, okay, Lord, what is it that you do have for me? Because it must be better than this. And so I just think that that's so important, because what we're having to do and what we're forced to do is to shift our mindset. And that's a really hard thing to do, especially when we think we deserve something. But just because you don't get it, like the quote says, doesn't mean that you don't deserve it. And you know what? This also puts me in the mind of something else. Oh, I just feel like I'm always talking about what I've learned at church. And I don't know if Pastor Keon ever has seen any of my videos. And if he does, he'll probably sue me for stealing all of his content. But at least I don't plagiarize. At least I tell you guys where it comes from. But anyways, I was at church one time and my pastor was talking about how we're going to enter a season of our life where we have to actually turn things down or refuse something, because there is going to be something bigger and better for us. And he was like, it's going to be something that you've been looking for. It's going to be more money. It's going to be the ideal situation in your mind, but you're going to have to turn it down. Sometimes we have to turn it down because it's just not right, period. There may be something infested in that job, or there may be strings attached to, like one of the examples that he gave was not getting a particular car or refusing a car because the interest rate is 25% or something like that. Like that's outrageous. But sometimes we're so focused and consumed on wanting to get the thing, the material possession, getting the job. But is it worth going to work and get a job and say yes to a job, working for someone that is not right? Like those are the type of things that we have to start to think about. So it really is a change in mindset. Sometimes we will get denied for something. Sometimes we'll be told no, but we have to learn to not be devastated or depressed in that. And sometimes we won't get told no. Sometimes we'll have to say no, and that's also okay too. And all of those things come about because there is a greater good. There is something bigger. There is a larger purpose. There is something that's on a grander scale that is out there for you. So please don't ever let a no make you feel down. As a matter of fact, another thing I heard at church, but it wasn't from Pastor Keon. So this was something from a guy named Mr. Holton Buggs, and I think I've even mentioned this in one of my videos too, is that he said, we'll hear 100 no's before we hear one yes. And so a no to me, that does not discourage me. That makes me say, okay, I need to step up my game 10 times more. So, I brought this time. Oh, but next time they won't be able to tell me no, and that's the kind of mindset that we have to have. So it really is a shift in mindset. And I think that as we get older, we we start to see and learn that there are a lot of things that we have to change our mindset with, our character, our thought process, how we treat people, how we handle situations where we're told no, just all different sorts of things that we have to shift in mindset. And so I thank God all the time for maturity in myself. I feel like as I get older, I get wiser, and so I'm grateful that I'm even able to sit here on this platform and talk to you guys, because I get people all the time who tell me, Dominique, thank you so much for your videos. They really are motivating. They really are inspiring. And so I wouldn't be able to sit here and tell you guys anything if it weren't for situations and circumstances that I've gone through. So I'm grateful that I've gone through those situations and not have stayed in the same mindset. I could have gone through those situations and been in the same mindset I was then, and I wouldn't be able to tell you guys anything. So I'm just thankful for maturity and wisdom as I continue to get older, and I'm thankful that I'm able to share that with you guys. So I'm going to read the quote one more time. It says, sometimes life doesn't give you something you want, not because you don't deserve it, but because you deserve more. So anytime you hear a no, anytime you hear it's not your time, anytime you hear come back next time, or if God speaks to you and tells you that you have to say no, do not be upset about it. Just know that there is something bigger and better out there for you. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. Please share this video with any and everyone that you think it may be helpful for. I want you guys to like my video. If you could subscribe to my channel, and some people get confused by this. So you have to subscribe, and in order to subscribe, you have to be able to log into YouTube. But you can log into YouTube if you have a Gmail account. It's very easy, and it'll just link the two. And if not, you can create a login. But I would appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my channel. And as always, if you guys can copy and paste the link, upload it to any of your social media, that will really help me out. And I appreciate the continued support from all of you guys. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and have a great rest of the week. Mwah! Love you guys.